Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Janardari Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallava Girivardhari Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Parvikacharis Terasada Shri Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sikha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinda Ki Jai Jai Radha Krishna Gopa Gopanath Shai Mukunda Radha Kunda Giri Gaurani Ki Jai Brindavan Dham Ki Jai Maya Pranavip Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories. Shri Shri Guru and Garanga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we're reading today from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. It's chapter 66, and this is the killing of King Pandraka. And we'll be doing verses 16, 17, and 18. This is all narrative of the fight between Pandraka and Lord Sri Krishna. And it's leading up to Pandraka losing his head. Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shaktrishti Prasatomarai, Asabi Pratishayarbanai, Praharan Arayo Harim, Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shaktrishti Prasatomarai, Asabi Pratishayarbanai, Praharan Arayo Harim, Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shaktrishti Prasatomarai, Asibi Pratishayarbanai, Praharan Arayo Harim. Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shaktrishti Prasatomarai, Asibi Pratishayarbanoi, Praharan Arayo Harim, Shular Gadabi Parigai, Shakrishti Prasatomarai, Asibi Pratishayarbanoi, Praharan Arayo Harim. Shular Gadabi Parigai. Shaktrishti Prasatomarai. Praharan Arayo Harim. Shular Gadabi Parigai. Shaktarishti Prasatomarai. Asibi Pratisharbanai. Praharan Arayo Harim. Shulai with tridents. Gadabi clubs. Parigai and bludgeons. Shakti pikes. Rishti a kind of sword. Prasa long barbed darts. Tomarai Asibi with swords. Pratishai with axes. Banai and with arrows. Praharan attacked. Araya Harim Lord Krishna. Translation by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. The enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons, pikes, rishtis, barbed darts, lances, swords, axes, and arrows. Please repeat. The enemies of Lord Hari attacked him with tridents, clubs, bludgeons, pikes, rishtis, barbed darts, lances, swords, axes, and arrows. And there's no purport by Srila Prabhupada's followers, but there is a very short tika by Jiva Goswami. The enemies were cruel in attacking. Text number 17. Krishnas tutat pandraka kashayor jayor balam gajasyanda vaji patimat gadasi chakre shubir ardayat brisham yata yugante huta buk pritak praja. Translation. But Lord Krishna fiercely struck back at the army of Pandraka and Kashiraj, which consisted of elephants, chariots, cavalry, and infantry. The Lord tormented his enemies with his club, sword, Sudarshan disc, and arrows, just as the fire of annihilation torments the various kinds of creatures at the end of a cosmic age. Purport. Srila Prabhupada comments as follows in Krishna. The soldiers on the side of King Pandraka began to shower their weapons upon Krishna. The weapons including various kinds of tridents, clubs, poles, lances, swords, daggers, and arrows came flying in waves, and Krishna counteracted them. He smashed not only the weapons, but also the soldiers and assistants of Pandraka, just as during the dissolution of this universe, the fire of devastation burns everything to ashes. The elephants, chariots, horses, and infantry belonging to the opposite party were scattered by the weapons of Krishna. And there's some short commentaries by the Acharyas. I'll just read Sanatana Goswami's because they're rather repetitive. Sanatana Goswami writes, the word "to" indicates that though the enemies attacked, they could do nothing. Krishna then completely destroyed their armies. He afflicted them terribly. Elephants to infantry are in descending order of power of the troops, and his club, etc., are in order of decreasing power of inflicting pain. Text 18. Ayodanam tad ratavaji kunjara dvipat karoshtrair arinava danditai babau chitam moda vaham manasvinam akridanam bhuta pater evolbanam. Translation: the battlefield strewn with the dismembered chariots, horses, elephants, humans, mules, and camels that had been cut to pieces by the Lord's disc weapon, shone like the gruesome playground of Lord Bhutapati, giving pleasure to the wise. And Prabhupada describes this in the purport. Srila Prabhupada describes this scene as follows. Although the devastated battlefield appeared like the dancing place of Lord Shiva at the time of the dissolution of the world, the warriors who were on the side of Krishna were very much encouraged by seeing this, and they fought with greater strength. And I'll be reading Jiva Goswami's commentary. This was done especially by his chakra, the best of all weapons. The chariots, as previously, went in front, but the chakra completely destroyed them because of its actions, since it was the best weapon. The battlefield was a fearful sight for the enemy. Namo Om Vishnu Vedaya Krishna Bastai Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamani Namaste. Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvasesa Shunyavadi Prasthachadeshtarni Vanchakalpa Charubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. In Krishna book, or in the Srimad Bhagavatam, even these what would be called gruesome scenes are transcendently beautiful, because anything connected with Krishna is ultimately beautiful. Because in the spiritual world, or in connection with Krishna, all this is lila, or rasa. And there are different rasas. Some of the, indirect rasas, or the secondary rasas, include gruesomeness, horror, very, very anger, what would be called ugly or horrific in the material world, but it's not horrific because it's part of Krishna's pastime. And here we see how Krishna, it's part of his ongoing paritranaya sadhunam vinaschas krituskritam samstar pranar janma sambhavami yuge yuge. He's coming every age over and over again in order to paritranaya sadhunam, mainly protect the sadhus, but also to annihilate the miscreants. What struck me about this battle, ultimately, was also mentioned by Jiva Goswami, that this is a glorification of the Lord's weapons, including, and most importantly, the Sudarshan Chakra. The Sudarshan Chakra is actually described in this verse number 18 by the words, two words, Arina and Avakandita, or as it's described in the verse, Arina Vakandita. which means, Arina means by his disc, cut to pieces. That everything is being cut to pieces by the disc of the Lord. This disc is irresistible. It can't be stopped. So let us take a look at who Sudarshan Chakra is, what Sudarshan Chakra is, and how he plays the role of Paritranaya Sadhunam, of protecting the pious and destroying the demons. First off, I'd like to look at the glorification of Sudarshan Chakra, which is spoken by Ambarish Maharaj in the 5th chapter of the 9th canto. The chapter is entitled Durvasa Muni's Life Spared. And I'm going to just read the text of a few of his glorifications of Sudarshan Chakra. Because the Sudarshan Chakra, as we well know, in the previous chapter, had been chasing Durvasa Muni all over the universe. Maharaj, this is text 3 of the 5th chapter. Ambarish Maharaj said, "O Sudarshan Chakra, you are fire. You are the most powerful sun, and you are the moon, the master of all luminaries. You are water, earth, and sky. You are the air. You are the 5 sense objects, sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. And you are the senses also. O most favorite," this is the next verse, 4. "O most favorite of Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have thousands of spokes. O master of the material world, destroyer of all weapons, original vision of the Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Kindly give shelter and be auspicious to this Brahmana." So this is a description of a very formidable weapon, but not only a weapon, but a personality who's most dear to the Supreme Lord. He's described as the original vision of the Personality of Godhead. O Sudarshan wheel, this is text 5. You are religion, you are truth, you are encouraging statements, you are sacrifice, and you are the enjoyer of the fruits of sacrifice. You are the maintainer of the entire universe, and you are the supreme transcendental prowess in the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the original vision of the Lord, and therefore you are known as Sudarshan. Everything has been created by your activities. Sudarshan means auspicious vision. Darshan, to see. And Su means special or exalted. So exalted vision. And again, it's been repeated how Sudarshan Chakra is the Lord's original vision. And the descriptions of Sudarshan are practically like the descriptions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are truth, you are religion, you are sacrifices, you're the enjoyers of sacrifice. 6, verse number 6. O Sudarshan, you have a very auspicious hub, and therefore you are the upholder of all religion. You are just like an inauspicious comet for the irreligious demons. Indeed, you are the maintainer of the 3 worlds. You are full of transcendental effulgence. You are as quick as the mind, and you are able to work wonders. I can simply utter the word Namaha, offering all obeisances unto you. He's the upholder of religion. He's like an inauspicious comet for the irreligious demons. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the verses are stating that how the universal form is very, very, it's a horrible form to view, because there's so many things happening that are really, in a sense, Arjuna is afraid of them because they're scary. You know, the forms of the he's devouring all these different entities. All the heroes are rushing into the mouths. But at one point, Krishna says that those who are devotees, they're not afraid of this form, but the demons run hither and thither, afraid of the form. So the form of the Lord in Sudarshan Chakra, he's actually very auspicious for devotees. And so we can see Sudarshan Chakra entering into the pages of the Bhagavatam in many different places, and acting in different ways to protect the devotees and annihilate the demons. If we one of the first places in the Bhagavatam that he appears is in the first canto, chapter 8, and this is verse number 13. This chapter also includes the prayers of Queen Kunti, but the first part of the chapter is where King Parikshit is protected in the womb by the Lord. Because you see, Ashvatthama, he's such a demoniac person. He's not a demon, but he is acting demonic. That after unsuccessfully being able to eradicate the world of the Pandavas, he's decided to kill the last heir in the womb of his mother Uttara. And he throws an invincible weapon, the Brahmastra. You know, the Brahmastra weapon, Prabhupada has described, it's like an atomic weapon, but it's the ultimate smart weapon, because it doesn't, like an atomic weapon, nuclear weapon, it's indiscriminate. When it explodes, it destroys everything. It's not able to pinpoint one place, but the Brahmastra can pinpoint. So he throws the Brahmastra right at Uttara's womb. And so it's described here in text number 12. O foremost of the great thinkers, Shaunika, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 respective weapons. The Almighty Person, this is verse 13, the Almighty Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, having observed that great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotees, who were fully surrendered souls, at once took up his Sudarshan disc to protect them. So they're releasing their weapons, but there's no way they're going to be able to stop the Brahmastra. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his invincible chakra, can stop that Brahmastra. Look at the descriptions we just read. I mean, the Sudarshan chakra is as great as the Lord himself. Text number 14. The Lord of supreme mysticism, Sri Krishna, resides within everyone's heart as Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of the Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. And so, with his chakra, he prevents the elimination of his great devotee, Parikshit Maharaj. Later on, there's some more of the same activities. When Gajendra, the king of the elephants, is falling into great pain and difficulty, attacked by the crocodile in the heavenly planets, in the lake in the heavenly planets, Gajendra surrenders fully to the Lord. This is text number 32, 8.3.32. Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that Narayan, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky in the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk, and with great difficulty, due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words: "O my Lord Narayan, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you." So he sees the Lord coming. And, it's like in the movies when the cavalry comes to drive away the Indians or whatever the difficult situation is. This is invincible. Here comes the Lord. He has his disc. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Personality of God at Hari immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled the king of the elephant along with the crocodile out of the water. Then, in the presence of all the demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with his disc. In this way, he saved Gajendra, the king of the elephants. And he also delivered the crocodile who had been cursed to be, he was a demigod. Again, another place where the Lord's disc is being, Sudarshan is being employed to kill demons and protect devotees. We get this from the 8th canto, 9th chapter, verse number 24. This is during the appearance of the Lord's incarnation as Mohini Murti. She appears very beautiful, but she is fully potent to carry out any activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in this position now, she's bewildering the demigods, bewildering the demons and delivering the nectar of immortality to the demigods. And of course, the demons are feeling really cheated. But there's one particular demon who thinks he's going to get away with something, and that is Rahu. Rahu, the demon who causes eclipses of the sun and moon, covered himself with the dress of a demigod and thus entered the assembly of the demigods, snuck in line between the moon and the sun, and drank nectar without being detected by anyone, even by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Well, this is a pastime. The moon and sun, however, because of permanent animosity toward Rahu, understood the situation. Thus, Rahu was detected. And then in the next verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, it's using the pronoun his, because even though Mohini Murti is a female, it's still Krishna. Using his disc, which was sharp like a razor, at once cut off Rahu's head. When Rahu's head was severed from his body, the body, being untouched by the nectar, could not survive. Prabhupada writes, when the personality of Godhead, Mohini Murti, severed Rahu's head from his body, the head remained alive, although the body died, because the head had received the nectar. But the disc was unstoppable. So we see again how the Lord's full potency resides in the Sudarshan chakra. The Sudarshan chakra cannot be resisted. And one of the most famous stories about the Sudarshan chakra's great power is, of course, the story of when Ambarish Maharaj is breaking his fast after Ekadasi, and he has to break his fast in such a way that he doesn't disturb the very volatile Durvasa Muni. But of course, Durvasa Muni becomes angry, as he always does. Don't get near Durvasa Muni, and don't get near anybody in the Vedic literature whose first part of his name is Dur anything, because that's always inauspicious. So, anyway, Durvasa thinks that he's going to kill his opponent, Ambarish, but beginning with verse number 48 of chapter 4, the story reads, as fire in the forest immediately burns to ashes an angry snake, so by the previous order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his disc, the Sudarshan chakra, immediately burnt to ashes the created demon to protect the Lord's devotee. Upon seeing that his own attempt had failed and that the Sudarshan chakra was moving toward him, Durvasa Muni became very frightened and began to run in all directions to save his life. as the blazing flames of a forest fire pursue a snake, the disk of the Supreme Personality of Godhead began following Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni saw that disk was almost touching his back, and thus he ran very swiftly, desiring to enter a cave of Sumeru mountain, but there's no escape. Just to protect himself, Durvasa Muni fled everywhere, in all directions, in the sky, on the surface of the earth, in caves, in the ocean, on different planets of the rulers of the three worlds, and even on the heavenly planets. But wherever he went, he immediately saw following him the unbearable fire of the Sudarshan chakra. With a fearful heart, Durvasa Muni went here and there, seeking shelter. But when he could find no shelter, he finally approached Lord Brahma and said, My Lord, O Brahma, kindly protect me from the blazing Sudarshan chakra sent by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Brahma said, I'm just going to paraphrase from here on in, that he goes to Lord Brahma, and Brahma says, no, I can't help you. He goes to Shiva, I can't help you. He goes to Vishnu, and Vishnu says, well, I'm not going to help you because you have to go back to your devotee, to my devotee. And my devotee can forgive you. And ultimately, when Ambarish Maharaj forgives Durvasa Muni, says, it's okay, it's okay. Then the Sudarshan chakra is lifted. So, in our day and age, Kali Yuga, we don't really see these great examples of the Sudarshan chakra chasing down the demons. But we do have examples from Chaitanya Leela about the Sudarshan chakra, and probably the most important one is, the one that everyone would know, is when the Lord invoked the Sudarshan chakra to kill Jagai and Madai. So the story is that after a number of different occasions when Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur had been to Jagai and Madai, Lord Nityananda, he was returning home one night, and he saw Jagai and Madai, and he intentionally tried to provoke them by calling out, Krishna, Krishna. And then Madai in anger said, who is singing? Who dares not fear me? And then Lord Nityananda said, why should I fear you? What do you have that would make me afraid? And then Madai said, who are you? Haven't you heard my name? Where are you going so late at night? And then Nityananda Prabhu said, I am going for Sankirtan of the holy name, which is not in your destiny. Madai said, what is your name? And Nityananda said, Avadut. And Madai mocked him, said, what kind of name is that? Don't you realize my power? And then in his anger, Madai picked up a nearby pitcher and struck Nityananda Prabhu on the head. And when the blood started flowing, his clothes turned red. But yet Nityananda Prabhu showed no anger and instead prayed to the Lord, Lord, now please deliver them. I cannot bear to see their suffering. Madai was enraged and was ready to attack again, but Jagai, who was a little less of a demon, said, you can't do that. He's praying for you. You can't do that. And then Jagai calmed Madai and dragged him away. Madai was still furious. He says, why did you stop me? And Jagai said, he's a sannyasi. You can't do this. Meanwhile, Nityananda is covered with blood, and he's singing the holy names of the Lord. But then Lord Chaitanya, he's about ready to start kirtan when the followers of Nityananda, they come and they say, Nityananda's been struck and he's been attacked. And Lord Chaitanya said, well, has my dearest Nityananda been harmed? And then he runs there. And he's ready at that point when he sees Lord Nityananda bleeding. He picks up his Sudarshan chakra and he's ready to do it right there. But Lord Nityananda falls at his feet and he says, no, don't do this, my Lord, because these sinners, because I want these sinners to become lovers of God. It's Lord Nityananda's intervention that prevents Lord Chaitanya from just hacking the heads off these two sinners. And he says it's because everyone in Kali Yuga is going to be of the same quality. So it's Gaur Nitai. It's Nitai Gaur. It's because Lord Nityananda, in concert with Lord Chaitanya, is that Lord Nityananda, he picks a fight, so to speak, and gets Madai to attack. And Madai attacks, and he's covered with blood. That enrages the Supreme Lord, Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Chaitanya. And he comes to kill, but then Lord Nityananda, the most merciful aspect of the Lord, he says, don't touch them. Because I want them to become lovers of the Lord. And so at that point, the Lord Chaitanya gives them mercy. He doesn't give mercy to to Madai, until he finally pays obeisances to Lord Nityananda. Because you don't get the mercy because you attacked my most dear Lord Nityananda. Now, if we turn to Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a verse and purport. This is from Adi Leela, chapter 8, verse number 20. The verse reads, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has freely given his love of Krishna everywhere and anywhere, even to the most fallen, such as Jagai and Madai. What then to speak of those who are already pious and elevated? So the Lord is so merciful that everyone gets the mercy of the Lord in this age. Prabhupada writes in his purport, Srila Narottam Das Thakur writes, Dina Hina Yata Chila Harinama Udarila Tara Shakshi Jagai Madai. That the mercy to the two brothers Jagai and Madai, epitomized the sinful population of the age of Kali. They were drunkards, womanizers. They were beyond all help, all hope. But the pure devotee, or the Supreme Lord, can actually deliver everyone who comes in contact with him. And then Prabhupada writes, farther down, and this is interesting, wonderful what he writes here. Considering the chaotic condition of human society, if one actually wants peace and tranquility, one must take to the Krishna consciousness movement and engage always in Bhagavad Dharma. Engagement in Bhagavad Dharma dissipates all ignorance and passion, and when ignorance and passion are dissipated, one is freed from greed and lust. When freed from greed and lust, one becomes Brahmanically qualified. And when a Brahmanically qualified person makes further advancement, he becomes situated on the Vaishnava platform. It is only on this Vaishnava platform that it is possible to awaken one's dormant love of Godhead, and as soon as one does so, his life is successful. So, and Prabhupada goes on to say, at the present, human society is specifically cultivating the mode of ignorance, tamagun, although there may be also some symptoms of passion, rajagun. Full of kama and lobha, lust and greed, the entire population of the world consists mostly of Shudras and a few Vaishyas, and gradually it is coming about that there will be Shudras only. And because Krishna consciousness movement is expanding the same idea, people cannot understand this because here it is. People cannot understand Krishna consciousness because they have no sense of God, but the Krishna consciousness movement can help them to understand God and to understand that everything belongs to God. Since everything is the property of God, and all living entities, not only human beings, but even animals, birds, plants, and so on, are children of God. And that's understood when we surrender to Gaur Nitai, to Nitai Gaur Haribo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Surrender to Nitai Gaur or Sudarshan Chakra.
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindanalayataptam Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vikamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalen Kriya Priti Manti Pasyanti Pan Vikayanti Giram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam
Hari Hari Vipale Janamagonainu. This is page 30. Vipale Janamagonainu. Manusha Janamabhaya Radha Krishna Nabajiya Manusha Janamabhaya Radha Krishna Nabajiya Janiya Suniya Visha Kainu Janiya Suniya Visha Kainu Janiya Suniya Visha Kainu Vishakainu Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana Dana Harinama Sankirtana Ratina Jamilo Kenizai Ratina Konilo Kenizai Samsara Vishanale Divanishi ajvale Tina nishi ajvale Judai tina koinu paya koinu paya Prajendranan tanaye Sachi sutta hoilo se Prajendra Nandana Sachi Sutta Elo Se Balarama Elo Nitai Balarama Elo Nitai Balarama Elonita Nonita Hina hina yata chilo Harinama udalilo Harinama udalilo Tari Shakshay Jagamarai Jagaimara Haha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Yutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Yutta Karuna Koro Baro Karuna Koro Narottama Dasakaya Nateli Horangapaya Narottama Dasakaya Nateli Horangapaya Somabina Kea Che Amara Somabina Kea Che Amara Hari Hari Vipale Janamagonaino Hari Vipale Janamagonaino Jaya Goranitai 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 Jaya Goranitai 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 Jaya Goranitai Jaya Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Shri Radhe Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Radha Golokananda Shri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhu, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. O Lord Hari, I have wasted my life. Although I have taken this rare human birth, I have not served Radha and Krishna, and thus I have knowingly drunk poison. The treasure of divine love in Goloka Vrindavan had descended in the congregational chanting of Lord Hari's holy names. Why did my attraction for that chanting never come about? Day and night my heart burns in the fire of the poison of worldliness, and I have not accepted the means for relieving it. Lord Krishna, the son of the king of Braja, became and Balaram became Nitai. The holy name delivered all those souls who were lonely and wretched. The two sinners, Jagai and Madhai, are evidence of this. O Lord Krishna, son of Nanda, accompanied by the daughter of Rishabhanu, please be merciful to me now. Narottama Das says, O Lord, please do not push me away from your reddish lotus feet, for who is my beloved except for you? Narottama Das Thakur ki jai. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Sreya Kairava Chandrika Vitarinam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnam Niswadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Badam Vichayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatra Nitami Amita Smarane Nakala Eta Drisita Vakripan Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishangi Hanganina Nuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahisnuna Amanina Manadina Kirtaniya Sadari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitamba Jagadishakamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Rahutiki Tvai Ainandantanuja Kinkara Vapitamam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Rigaya Bhavat Gada Tinta Dule Dashin Tintaraya Ashli Shava Parabrahmastumam Adarshamam Martha Karutava Yatatatalam Vedamato Pranasthastu Saevana Para. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is a prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, these in all your transcendental energies, they're not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy name. I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire wonderful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen in the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will the voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? Oh, Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shri Shikshastikam ki jai. Thank you, Mother Chaitanya and Shama Kishori, for dressing the deities today. Hi. Shama dressed Radharani. She looks very sweet. Very sweet. Good job. Yes. They look like the same person dressed. That's the thing, you know. Yeah. They should, yeah. Krishna looks like, when the curtain opened, his eyes were red. Krishna's eyes were red. He's really ecstatic.